Please try to explain. So, over to you.
Good evening. There are random steps when about two services here, one potential fishing unit and the other is ocean state forecast. So in the potential fishing unit service, daily we receive SST and chlorophyll data. Yeah, so we receive this data, we process this, and we demarcate the potential PFZ zones. I think you have found that course.
Biology.
Yeah. So next step is that. So we receive SST data from MITOP and NOVA 1890 and we receive chlorophyll data from Oceanside 2. We process this data and our guys will demarcate PFZ zones based on the fronts identified in the SST where the frontal zones are there. And in combination with fronts, we will find out zones where chlorophyll is more, where the frontal zones are located, and our guys will demarcate those zones as potential fishing zones here. So daily we receive this data, process it, and we demarcate these PFZ zones, and we convert that PFZ zones because lay fishermen can't understand that map, what are the lines zones we are demarcating there. So we convert that information to tables where from landing center to what is the direction of the PFZ zone and what is the distance from my landing center to the PFZ zone. So this is the table here you can see. So yeah, so here we can see here from Visakhapatnam to which direction he has to go, what is the bearing, what is the direction he has to go. Like this we generate tables here, but not only in English. So we convert this information for each state to the regional language. Yeah. So you can see in West Bengal, you receive this information in Bengali. So like that all Andhra you receive in Telugu, like that we convert this info and generate this PFZ advisory. Obviously you know what is the benefit of this PFZ advisory. If a person without PFZ advisory ventures into the ocean, obviously he is going to spend more time in the ocean, he is going to get less catch, and he is going to spend more money on diesel, and end of the day he will leave a big carbon footprint if he compares to the person with PFZ advisory, because he is going directly to the zone where the fishes are available, and he is going to spend less money, and he is going to get more catch, and end of the day he will give very less footprint, carbon footprint compared to the guy without PFZ. So these are your feedbacks we receive. We have thousands of guys send feedback to us, and we pick some of the feedbacks, and these are all our feedbacks. The next service is ocean state forecast. So like IMD, they forecast temperature, rainfall and everything, we predict the ocean state. So the major parameters to tell a state of the ocean is waves and currents. Right? So here we run numerical models of waves and currents. Wave was 3 we run for numerical ocean wave prediction, and for the numerical ocean prediction like currents and SST, we run the ROMS model. So daily we simulate these models, and these are the parameters to predict waves, ocean currents, SST, mixed depth, and we use this predicted data to tell the people. We issue the alerts, high wave alerts. If the waves in the ocean cross a certain threshold like 3 meters, we issue high wave alerts, and if it is crossing 3.5 meters, we issue high wave warnings. So that that information we will send, and color means swell times whenever the next time. So yeah, this is our user base. You can see how our user base is increasing. Next time. So here you can see these slides. These swell time, their swells are generated in the southern Indian Ocean. So they travel across the Indian Ocean and hit our Indian coastline. Every year this phenomenon will happen. So we predict this phenomena prior to this event happen. So this one you can see the swells are coming from this and hitting the Indian Ocean. And you can see here that observation, red color is observation, and remaining all predictions. So you can see how pretty our matching is there with our observations and forecast. Yeah. So this is another bulletin we issue, like IMD issues cyclone bulletin during cyclone times. We issue INCOIS IMD joint bulletins. In the IMD bulletin, if you see, they will tell you about the track of the cyclone and what is the maximum sustained wind speed. But they won't mention what is the condition in the sea in the ocean. But the stakeholders in the ocean, like other oil and gas companies and other stakeholders who are in the ocean, they need this wave height information. So we put this wave height information and we will send these joint bulletins to them, and we can clearly also clearly see how our observations are matching with the forecasts. So this one is latest prediction. This cyclone Vipar Biparjoy during cyclone Biparjoy, however, we have predicted this wave heights. So we are already at wave height rules and 86 is on the metro in the open ocean. So in the coastal state as well as in the open ocean, our predictions are matching very well with the observations. So this is one unique tool we have developed. So just now I told you these are all parameters we are predicting. So we feed this parameter this algorithm. This is search and rescue AI tool. So we listed out 87 objects from a man in the ocean to the different types of vessels. If they are missing in the ocean, where they are going to end up after a certain time. So you give that information. What is the type of the object? When what is the position where he missed and when the missing happened, missing time, what is the time of missing. So if you feed that information, it will give you these probable zones where that a person can be found. So here it was really happened. We gave this information to the Coast Guard and we told this place is the most probable zone to find that missing person. Exactly, they found the guy here. So like that, we issue the search and rescue information. This is another tool, oil spill trajectory, and oil here differently. So we are already predicting the movement of water, ocean currents, but you need to predict the drift of the oil whenever oil spill happens. So we run genome model. So we feed the currents and wave information to the genome. So it will tell us the drift. Yeah. So here is this oil spill happened here. How that oil is going to drift. So like that we issue this oil spill information also. And as you know, not only via website, conventional discrimination modes, we issue all SMS, fax, all the discrimination modes. Recently we have developed Samudra app. I think you know about that. I suggest you to all install this Samudra mobile app. There all this information is embedded into one mobile app.
Do we have Samudra?
Yeah, yes.
The Samudra is basically, some of you have seen those like some services like Windy and all. So it's like that. The only difference between the global such like simulation model, it is global, and especially in within the EEZ, like closer to the coast, they don't have observation. So how this makes a difference, I can just give an example. That of Goa, before Biparjoy, there was a cyclone called Taukte, and that was very close to the Indian west coast. And near Goa, there was one ONGC barge that was operating. And Taukte went very close to that, and they did not have information, and 35 engineers were lost. So that time, very high level inquiry was also there at how this happened. Now ONGC, that is oil and natural gas corporation, so that is the Indian agency. They operate many places. So they actually subscribe based on their requirement for an international service. So that international service, they don't have the permissions to put the observational buoys within the EEZ. Now they did not have observation, and their coastal forecast, it was not actually showing the reality, and that is the reason that it happened. And we showed even in the parliament that what the predictions that we gave for Taukte and what forecast that was given or alert that was given for Goa, it was actually matching. So somebody used that could actually save those lives. So this is the reason that now if you feel that I already have Windy, why should I use Samudra? But that is the difference, because the kind of observations that you have seen, the system that is in the place, and then we can put that into the model. If any parameter is running, wild, that we can bring it back with those observations, because that is called assimilation. So any parameter going very nonsense, then when you assimilate actual real world values, the model will understand that okay, I need to bring it back within the range. So that is how it keeps correcting. So assimilation of those observations, it is important, and that is why even though solutions are there available, we should use the solutions which actually incorporate the observations into that. So that is the kind of case for Samudra that he is showing, and I think this is available browser based as well as Android app based. And this is and iOS also. So this is like for the all Indian ocean. So for the international participants also, I mean, this is like free of cost. There is no charge for that, and especially for the neighboring countries like Bangladesh or Sri Lanka, Maldives. Even though we may not have observations within your EEZ, but because of the vicinity of the the kind of observation systems that we maintain in our waters, the forecast for your EEZ also, it is going to be as accurate. For maybe say Madagascar or Australia side, if like for example Australia is a partner country, right? So we do get a lot of observations for them also. But where we don't have that place, it might not be say as correct as it is there in the region. So yeah, I mean, make use of that, and yeah, he will show the demo like how you can choose the parameter, how you can visualize. So this is one-stop solution for
By the way, we have one near Seychelles.
What?
Bui.
Yeah. So Seychelles, it will be definitely there, and Maldives also. We are working on the same thing, because for these countries it is like same thing, that if you can predict these swell waves that is coming actually from Antarctic, so it will hit us before it reach to you. So if you can put like Bui here, you can actually make better forecast and tell us in advance, and it will help you also. Then you say, okay, no problem. So Seychelles is further in south. Similar request now we have received from Maldives also. So there is a tri-party like India, Maldives and Sri Lanka, the Colombo Security Conclave. So under that we are going to put one more Bui there also. So this is the way we try to help, and we also get benefited from forecast. And all these things, I mean, you can just search afterwards. There is a framework that is called RIMES, and it stands for Regional Integrated Multi-Hazard Emergency Services. So that is the Indo-Pacific region and Africa. That is the framework, international framework. So just like tsunami, for the cyclone or any other such things also, we provide this early warning for many countries. So RIMES page also, after that you can show after that RIMES page also. But yeah, so this is the kind of something like it might be of interest. Neighboring countries. Yeah, so these are all the countries for whom you can expand it, and that's it. Yeah, that's it. So you can see that many countries are already getting this information. Yeah. Maybe you can spend more time on Samudra, because this is something you can always, when you go to INCOIS,